Alright guys, so what we have here is our kit from Leatherworld, and this is the Restore kit. I don't have any cracks or anything that I need to fill in. I just need to replace some of the dye or put some more dye on. And you can see this comes with some conditioner, probably color cleaner, as you can see there, and also the cream protectant that you put on afterwards. I did this job one time before with my CLS 550. I dyed the wheel and some of the seats, and we're back again. And this time I have some, what is it, 944, haha, but that's actually, I believe, for the 911. And then I have this P875, which is actually for the Cayenne. So I'm going to be working on this. The big thing that I do is I use a sponge. I think they have a sponge included in this. What I did is I just ordered one kit, which was like, I think 55 or 60 bucks for this. And I ordered this separately, which was like, I think 25 bucks just for the pigment, because I can use the cleaner and the sealer for both. And so it came up to like 90 bucks or something like that around there. So let's get started. Okay, so first we're going to look at how the existing leather looks. You can see around the steering wheel here you have some of these. I'm going to try to straighten that out some. Got the camera on it, sorry. You got some of these like scratch marks here. You got all the leather coloring rubbed off there. Also on the other side. The seat is okay, but the seat, as you can see even here, has lost some color. Nothing too terrible. So what we're going to start off with first is we're going to first clean the leather. And also I would say here too, you can see some right along where the shifter is. Sorry, the light is not that great with the light on it, but you can see right there, along there, that all the coloring is kind of coming off right at the seam there. Not a terrible job, but we're going to go ahead and try to get started cleaning it first, getting all down here. And once we clean it, scuff it a little bit because it has a pad here. It says when you're cleaning it to use this kind of pad to scuff a little bit. And after we do that, then we should be ready to get started. So as I apply some of the cleaner, you can see that the seat may have already been touched up and painted one time before, because some of the actual dye is coming off. That's fine, because this is what we're doing. We're going to do a thorough job. I'm going to get in some of these cracks here, get everything out of there just to make sure this looks like a really nice job. And like for instance, you don't want to have any fraying or anything like that from any of the, like see some of these, try to get that down a little bit. And you just want to go over here lightly so that when you apply it, you apply something that doesn't have ridges or anything like that, and that could make it look worse. So even down here, you can see that there's a couple of spots that where you slide into the seat are starting to wear down a little bit. We're going to get those touched up and taken care of, so this looks really good. So there you have it. I've cleaned up right around here some, just maybe a little bit more I'll take off so that it looks nice and even, it looks better there. I've also done the wheel. Just know that when you use this, some more of the finish is going to come off on the cleaner. Don't get scared, don't stop, keep going. And yeah, we're just about almost prepped. So as you can see, I'm starting just to blot it ever so nicely. There. It's important that you start off pretty light and you just put on coats at a time. And I like to do the dab because it's going to make it look more natural once it's done versus wiping it on. And this is going to take a little bit more technique, so I'm going to put this down, but you can already see the difference that it's making as we go along, okay? Look at that, look at that. Okay, so this is after a couple of coats. As you can see, it's starting to come together. I gotta blend this down here a little bit better. But definitely this top piece is starting to look a little bit better as it dries. Got a little overage there, don't worry about it. And I've started here. Again, when it starts to dry, it's gonna look like this initially. This looks better. I have a little excess, but I'm not worried about that. I can get rid of that with the thinner or the cleaner. And I'm just working it around. It's gonna be dull until I put the cream on it to finish it off. Okay, so progress report. This is my first coat over the shifter. You got a little extra here and there, but like I said, I can remove that with the cleaner itself, so I'm not too worried about a little bit extra on the wood. This is the second coat on the steering wheel. As you can see, it's starting to look much better. I still got a little top piece right there to go, but the other side is looking much better. If you look down at the seat's looking pretty good. Again, I have some matching. The thing you want to do is when you're doing these in sections, you want to complete the section. You can see a little piece down there that I didn't get all the way up to the line on, and so we want to go back and make sure we blot that in to blend it real well. But again, the seat's looking way better. The bolster there looks good too. This was just minor work, not a major overhaul. Okay, so we've moved back over to the 996, and I am doing the prep work on it now. I'm getting all the dirt and grime off of it with the cleaner. Okay, so we're going in here, we're getting all this dirt and grime, and you can see some here. You can see some of the spiders in the leather. The leather's still not in very bad condition for the leather steering wheel. It's very nice, actually, to be honest with you. This car is actually very well kept, but we want to make it look better, so we're going to clean it first. Get all this, like, look at that grime right there. Oh yeah, get all this off of there, and then we're going to proceed on while the other car is still drying. I'm going to give you guys a before picture of the e-brake. This is not going to be smooth because I didn't sand it down, but I'm going to try to just do this as is, because no harm, no foul. If it doesn't come out right, I can take the whole thing up and do it again. So now we got the first stage, and again, I apologize for doing this late at night, of the steering wheel done. We can see we started to get rid of some of those cracks. This is going to look really nice once I put the cream on it and the finish on it. It looks pretty clean. Now we have to address these seats. These seats need to have the cleaner put on them first. You can see there's no major cracks, but we're going to get the cleaner on it first to get the color back to where it should be, and then after that, then we'll come back and actually seal it or actually put the dye on it. Get these seats done, have this boy looking brand new. Another thing I want to note, here's the first coat of this drying. If you could see before, it had key marks all over it. There's going to take a couple more coats. It's looking already a lot better than it was before. We'll see if we can do this with minimal. And I also did the shifter. Shifter's looking way better too. And I got a new bottom piece coming. That's I didn't like the plastic dip in the way it was wearing, so we're going to redo that too. But yeah, look at that steering wheel, boy. That steering wheel feels fresh, like brand new, brand new. Okay, so my battery is dying. I'm sorry about that, but as you can see here very closely, this is done with the conditioner on it. I went with a semi-gloss, a light gloss, not a heavy gloss, because I was afraid. And as you can see here, this looks pretty good. I mean, even down to the other side, I have a mask there that I used to put on the conditioner. And I even did this door panel. This looks good. The gear selector looks pretty awesome. We'll go around to the other car. And I did the seats. The seats are still drying, so they have to be conditioned. But this is done also. And if you look, I mean, it's pretty clean. Like, it had some dirty spots. I had to still patch a little bit more to make it very even. But down by here, it looks great. Look at that steering wheel. Look at the steering wheel. The steering wheel looks awesome. Like brand new. And this is just waiting to dry, and then I'm going to put the conditioner on it, and we're going to call it a wrap. Okay guys, this is the final look at the car after the dye is done. Back seats, front seats, it looks amazing. You can get right down on it. There's still a couple of spots that are drying, and I'm going to condition right afterwards. Look at that steering wheel. This is exactly how I imagined it. Do you guys remember like 4 or 5 videos ago when I was like, yo, I need a 911, I want a cabriolet, I want to do a center console delete, I want to look. This is the way I always want to look. Of course I wanted a manual, but it's okay. I mean, look at this steering wheel. It's amazing. $54 for the Leatherworld kit. I mean, look at the seats. Look at the bolster. Look how good it looks. This is amazing. You guys can do this. It's super simple. And bring one back. And if you want to keep it, keep it. If you want to sell it, sell it. I'm keeping mine. This is my dream car. I'm telling you.